So hi guys, it's me. Welcome back. So today I'm going to talk about um IEPs and 504 plans. This video is for my parents who got school-age kids or little ones who they may have concerns for um the following type of um disorders. And first off, let me explain. I'm Tenesha. I've worked in healthcare for over 15 years, and currently, I work with a pediatric neurology practice. And I get a lot of questions sometimes from parents who seeking out these services for their children for the first time, and they don't have knowledge of the services that are available to them. A lot of times when parents have concerns or things that might be wrong with their children and they not knowing whether they concerned if their child have ADHD or ADD, or if they have autism or on the autism spectrum, if they have a learning disability like dyslexia, or if their child have developmental delays. A lot of the times, a lot of parents try to go through the school system, which it could be a long drawn out process, and while you're waiting, it takes such a long time for your child to get the help that they need, and during that time they're struggling throughout the school year. A lot of people is not aware that you can take your child to a pediatric neurologist and have your child evaluated and tested to get official diagnosis for your child. That way, if your child do need services where they need a IEP, which is an individual education plan for school, that they can get the services that they need so they can be get assisted and be on the same learning level as their peers. Also, depending on what that um, development disability or physical disability is that they might have, they can even get a 504 plan. And um, a 504 plan is defined as a disability or physical or mental impairment which substantially limits one or more major life activities. So, under the section of the 504 plan, schools must provide students with disabilities the accommodations needed to access and benefit from education equally with their peers. And a lot of parents don't know this information. So, this is really, really good information to have. So, some examples of what a 504 plan and an IEP can accommodate if um, a, a child need preferred seating, whether they need to be sit in the front of the class and not the back of the class, if it's a visual issue, if they need extended time on tests or assignments, that can be put in a plan. If they need to reduce homework or classwork, if they need verbal, visual, or technical aids to help them learn, modified textbooks, or audio visual materials. Sometimes, if a child has dyslexia, like I experienced with my son, one of my sons through school, he had dyslexia and he learned better as a audio learner. So he was better learning, looking at movies and things like that. So if it was a audio book or a video book, then he will learn it better. Because if you know a person with dyslexia, sometimes they see they R's and B's backwards, they fives are backwards, so they don't see letters and numbers the way that we do. So it makes it harder for them to read and understand things. Another way they can have behavior management support. They can adjust class schedules and grading, verbal testing, So rather than having to sit down and read, like I say, for a person who has like dyslexia, they can have the test read to them and they take the test. So it's a lot of different modifications that can be done if your child have these plans in place. Now, the difference between a IEP and a 504 plan is with the IEP, a IEP can be utilized from K through 12th grade, but a 504 plan can follow your child all the way through college. So this is something they can utilize all the way through college. So if you have a child that's struggling with these issues, this will be a really good way to get them tested. Like I say, a lot of times people don't know that pediatric neurologists do evaluations and testings for kids who parents might think have ADHD, ADD, learning disabilities, dyslexia, um, if they have developmental delays, if they have autism on the autism spectrum. You can take your child to a pediatric neurologist and get your child evaluated and tested. One thing that I do want to make you aware of, when you are trying to schedule an appointment for a pediatric neurologist for the first time, your wait could be 3 to 6 months, depending on where you're located. And because one thing about those services, they fill up really fast. And for a new patient appointment, it's really hard to get. But if you have concerns, I would strongly suggest that you take your child to a pediatric neurologist and get them evaluated, because that is the quickest way rather than going through the school system. And a lot of pediatric neurologists does take your local Medicaid insurances, and they also take the different commercial insurances like your Blue Cross Blue Shield, your United Healthcare, your Aetna, your Cigna. So just so you are aware, so those services are available for you. I hope this kind of help any parents out. I know sometimes when I'm on the phone with parents and I'm trying to help them schedule appointments, they have a lot of questions and concerns. And this is just the first step into the process of, getting your child evaluated to see what services they need. And it could alleviate a lot of frustrations for a kid, especially if they're struggling in school. It can reduce teasing and bullying, especially if they're having learning issues or they learn differently. And you will want your child to have the best experience they can in school. And also, you want to be better informed so you know how to be able to assist them with their homework, and they make you part of that plan. So I just hope this video was informative to you. I'll go more in depth about the 504 and the IEP plan in a different video, but I just wanted to bring that to you to let you know what is available for you, or just to take the first initial steps to getting your child the help that they need. And I hope this helped. I do post videos once a week, normally on a Sunday, but I was sick, so I'm been a little late. I haven't posted in about a week or so, but I will be posting more frequently. So every Sunday you will get additional content from me. Right now, I'll be kind of focusing on dealing with kids like mental health things, and then I'm gonna get into some adult mental health things. So just bear with me. I hope this information really helped any parents out there. Just let me know if it is. If you have any more questions or concerns, you can send me a message. You can private message me or send me an email. I'll be willing to help you or navigate with you through your state where you can find services or appointments for your child.